Look at everyone. For example, our number is like this. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1234. Okay. Now tell me that what is the value of R now? What is the value of R? Students, what is the value of R here?
Yes.
Hello? Students,
4, sir.
what? For example, hello? Hello?
4, sir.
4, yes. It is going to be 10, 123 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 0. Then the output is 4 like this. Okay, this is the remainder operator, right? This is the remainder operator. This is the remainder operator. Then R value becomes 4 here. Okay. For example, I am going to modify it. N is equal to n by 10. This is a quotient operator. Integer by integer, right? Integer by integer. Then it returns
120.
this value 123. This returns 123. Then again the same thing I am going to do here. R is equal to n mod 10. Now what is R value? N is modified here. N is modified here. N is modified here. Now what is R value? What is new R value? N mod 10.
3.
123 mod 10. That is going to be 3. Then N is equal to n by 10. What is now new n value is?
123.
12 it is.
12,
Every
sir.
time it is going to be 123. It is going to be 120 and it is going to be 12 and it is going to be 3. Every time it is going to be part part that the last bit is one number and the remaining is one number every time. Then R is equal to n mod 10. Now
2.
2. Then n is equal to n by 10. Now
1.
1. Now R is equal to n mod 10. Now what is n value here? N value is 1 and we have to take like this 0 and it is also 0 and the remainder is 0 here, 1 here. Okay, 10 zeros are 0, 10 zeros are 0, then 1 minus 0 is 1. Then the remainder is, what is the remainder? Remainder is 1. And what is the quotient if n is equal to n by 10? What is the quotient here? Quotient is 0 here. 0 here. Now again R is equal to n mod 10. What is the value?
0.
0 again. Okay, that means we are not doing anything when n value becomes 0 here. If n is 0, we cannot do anything. Just we have to stop it. Just we have to stop it here. That means look at the R values here. R is 4, R is 3, R is 2 and R is 1. That means individual bits, individual digits, every R value is each individual digit here. Okay, but I'm writing the same two values, same two lines every time. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Why I'm writing 4 times here? For example, if the number is like this, how many times I have to write?
5 times.
5 times. If it is like this, it is 3 times. Based on the number of digits, it is going to be changed here. It is not fixed. It is, the loop is not fixed here. I am doing the same thing, right? This is the two lines, the same two lines, the same two lines means I am doing a content in the loop, but that is not fixed. That is not fixed. Why it is not fixed? It is based on the number. Up to, for example, if n is 0, then only I have to stop it. Up to that one, I have to repeat the line, repeat these two lines, right? Now I am going to write the same thing here. Is some int n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, I am taking one number. I am writing here while of n. While of n. I am going to write here while of n. Or I can write like this. N not equal to 0 or n greater than 0. Okay, I can write anyway. R is equal to n mod 10. I have to declare R also. I have to declare R here. Then n is equal to n by 10. Okay. Look at carefully. This is the base program for example, some 10 programs. This is the base scenario. For example, I want to print here, but I have to print percentage d and space percentage d slash n. I am going to print comma r comma n. Okay, I am going to print r comma n values. Can anyone guess what is the output here? For the first time, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, two parts, 4 is remainder, 123 is the number. And the second time 3 and 12. And the next time 2 and 1. And the next time 1 and 0. It is going to be like this. For example, I am going to execute it. Sorry. Just look at here. 124, 1234 is going to be divided into 4 and 123. And 123 is going to be divided into 3 and 12. 12 is going to be divided into 2 and 1. 1 is going to be divided as 1 and 0. Like this. Look at this. Look at the R bits here. 4, 3, 2, 1. These are the each individual bits in the program. Okay. And is it understand everyone what I am doing here? Did you understand everyone what I am doing here? First of all, this is R is 4 and this is 1, 2, 3. That's why it is going to be print 4 and 123. And the second time it is going to be 3 and it is going to be 12. That's why it is going to print like this. Then the next time it is going to be 2 and it is going to be 1. And the next time it is going to be 1 and it is going to be 0. That's why it is going to be print this one. Is it clear everyone? Now what is my question is, for example, what is the n value? What is the n value after this loop? What is the n value after this loop? Anyone? Students?
Sir. 0, 0.
0. Yes, you have to observe this one. When n is 0, then only it will be, the loop is going to be terminated, right? The loop is going to be break. That's why, if for example, if I read any value, if you're reading any value after this loop, the number becomes 0 here. Okay, to maintain the copy, that means, for example, after the loop also we have to use it. Then we have to take one copy for this. N1 is equal to n. Okay, n1 is equal to n means we are taking a copy of n into n1. Why? Because we are going to access after the number also, after this loop also I am going to access what is the value what I am reading. Then we have to take a copy of that n. I am going to read here, not by using initialization. I am going to read a value every time. Read the value. I am reading the value. Okay, I am going to put a dynamic value here. For example, 2 3 1 4. 2 3 1 2 3 2 1 1 2 4. If I am going to execute it, 4 2 1 2 3. After the loop, the n becomes, after the loop n becomes 0 every time. If you, any big number after this loop the n becomes 0 here. That's why I'm maintaining some copy there for further use. Nothing here, there is no use, but we are going to use something else. We have to take a copy of this one. Everyone note down this program and write down the output. If input is 1 2 3 4, what is the output also you have to write. Okay, note down everyone. Write comments also. What I am writing there, write that comments also. After the loop the value becomes 0 here. That's why we are maintaining copy of a number. Is it finished? Now I'm moving same program. For example, I'm going to execute it. I'm not printing that n here. I'm going to print here only the r value. Look at here. If I'm going to execute it, if it is like this, just look at here. What is r value? R value is 4 3 2 1 and 0. Okay, there is no 0 here. Why? Because this is 0. This is 0. If I am going to execute it, it is going to be 4 3 2 1. That's it. Each and every bit, every digit in that number, right? Each and every digit in that number. For example, I am going to add here 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 1, 10. For example, I am going to doing the sum of all the digits in that number. 4 plus 3. First of all, we have to add 0 plus 4. First of all, I am going to add 0 plus 4 becomes a 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. That means initially I am going to take here as some value that is going to be 0. Why? Because I am going to add 0 plus 4. 0 plus 4. That's why I am going to write here sum is equal to sum plus, that means 0 plus r. The first time is 0 plus 4 first time, that is then 4 plus 3, then 7 plus 2, then 9 plus 1. Okay, this is the sum of digits of a number. For example, percentage d, I am going to print it after the loop, not inside the loop. I am going to print outside the loop. Why I am going to print outside the loop instead of inside the loop? Why I am printing outside the loop? I will explain here. For example, if I execute it, if I give this the sum of the digits is 10. If I am going to give 2, 3, 4, 1, 5 and 4, look at here, it is going to be 10 and 10 plus 9 is equal to 19. This is the sum of digits program. Okay, note it down everyone. Sum of digits of a number. Sum of digits of a number. Write with comments also. Initially we had to take sum is equal to 0. Initialize sum is equal to 0. Why I am taking sum is equal to 0? Anyone? For example, if I am not taking sum is equal to 0 here, for the first time, what is R value? R value is the 4. For the first time, R value is 4 here. Then I am going to add sum plus R. What is sum value? No value is there. Why? Because we are not initializing anything. Then it is going to be a garbage value. Garbage value plus 4. Some garbage value, like that. That's why we are going to add here the default value. We have to add that number to another number. For the first time, we have to take, every time we have to take as 0 here. Sum is equal to 0. That's why I am taking as sum plus r and sum is equal to 0 here. For the first time it is going to be used. Okay, note it down. Digits, sum of the digits of a number. Write with comments. Can anyone guess here what is the output if the printf statement is inside the loop? Can anyone guess what is the output? What is the output here? What is the output if the print sum is inside the loop?
4, 7, 9, 10.
4, 7, 9 and 10 is the output. Yes, exactly. If I am going to execute it, it is going to be 4, 7, 9 and 10 is the output here. If I am not giving space, that's why it is giving like this. Output is 4, 7, 9 and 10. But that means for the first time it is 4. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Then plus 2 is 9. Then plus 1 is 10. But we required the last value. Not all these values, right? We want the last value. That's why we are going to put that sum outside the loop. Okay? Just note down everyone. Okay. Now I want to find here how many digits here. If the number is, for example, if the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, how many digits are there? How many digits are there?
4.
4.
4 digits. For example, if it is a 4-digit number, how many times the loop is going to be repeated? How many times it
4
is going to be
times.
repeated? 4 times, right? That means we are going to create one counter here. For example, I am going to take c is equal to 0. C is equal to 0. I am going to increment the c value for every time. For every time I am going to take one increment. That's it. For example, percentage c, percentage d comma c. That's it. For example, if I am going to execute it, if it is a 4-bit digit, how many digits are there? 4 digits are there. For example, if I am going to execute it to 12, it is going to be 2 digit. It is a 2-digit number, or it is a 2 digit. For example, I am going to take it as a d digit count. Really, digit count, not c. It is going to be a digit count. Okay. It is going to be a digit count. Note it down. Very simple program. I think everyone is understand, right? Everyone is understanding, right? What I am doing is simple modifications. That is the base program every time. The loop is going to be repeated for how many digits here? How many digits? 4 digits. It is going to be repeated only for 4 times. That's why inside this function, inside this loop, I am going to write DC++. That's it. Okay. Now I am going to give a small task to you guys. For example, I am going to execute it. If I am going to execute it, if I give, for example, like this, it is going to be 4 digits. How many even digits are there? Anyone? How many even digits are there?
2.
2. How many odd digits are there?
2.
2. I want that output. Okay, everyone, do it fast. If anyone completed the task, just post in the WhatsApp group. I will check there. How many even digits are there? How many odd digits are there in a number? That is the program.
Hello, hello.
Is it done, everyone? Okay, look at here. Look at here. I will explain. It means we are going to take how many types? Two types, right? Even number and odd number. How many even numbers are there? How many odd numbers are there? For example, I am going to take even count is equal to 0 and some odd count is equal to 0, like this. Even count and odd count. Some, for example, I am going to take some digit count also. Okay, no problem with that. I am going to write here. I am going to check is R. R is right. R is the digit. R is the digit. R is 4. R is 3. And every digit is R. I am going to check here is R is even or not. What is even condition? Anyone? What is even condition? When the number is called even number?
When it is divisible by
Divisible
Divisible by 2.
Exactly divisible by 2, right? That means the coefficient, that remainder is going to be 0, then it is going to be exactly divisible. That means, for example, R mod 2 is equal to 0. Yes, this is the condition for even number. If I am going to write here, if R mod 2 is equal to 0, then I am going to increment EC plus plus, even count plus plus. Else means it is not exactly divisible. That means it is the remainder is coefficient to be, for example, I am going to write here is equal to 1. R mod 2 is equal to 1 means that is odd number. If it is 0, it is going to be an even number. Here I am writing digit count, not in if and not in else. I am writing outside the line. Why? Because if it is even or odd, I don't want that one. I am going to write here a digit count. That's it, nothing else. Okay. I am going to write this if condition. If the digit is even, I am going to increment even count plus plus. Else, that means if r mod 2 is equal to 1, then it is going to be odd count plus plus. Now I am going to print odd count, and for example I am going to print the digit count also. This is even count, this is odd count comma digit count. Three values are there. For example, if I am going to execute it, look at here. Even digits are 2 digits, odd digits are 3 digits, total digits are 5 digits. Okay, is it clear everyone what I am writing? Even digits, odd digits and total digits. Just note down. Very simple condition I am going to write here. Whenever we are going to write, yes, one condition is there, that means immediately we have to write if condition. Okay, no other option is there. How many ways are there? Here only two ways. First one is even, the second one is odd. There is no third condition here. That's why I am going if and else. If there is a third condition, then we have to write if, else if and else. But here there is only two ways. That's why I am writing if and else. Okay, note down everyone. Write this comment also. Write this comment and use these comments also every time. Don't neglect these things. You are learning. You are in a learning stage, right? We have to calculate everything. Yes, this is 4. We are checking that. Is it 4 is exactly divisible by 2 or not? Yes, it is divisible. That's why we are incremented even plus plus. Then the R value is 3. Is 3 is divisible by 2? No, not at all. That's why we are incremented odd count plus plus. Okay. For the 4 it is going to be 1. For 4 it is going to be 1. For 3 it is going to be 1. For 2 it is going to be 2, and I am going to print here. Now you have to tell the output here. What is the output? Same thing I am going to write inside. Students, tell me what is the output here? If I am writing inside the loop, what is the output here? If the input is, if the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what is the output here?
2, 3, 5.
This is 2, 3, 5. No, I am writing inside the loop. This statement is inside the loop, not outside the loop.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3, sir.
The input is like this. If the input is like this for the first time, means what is R value? For the first time means what is R value? R value is 5. R value is 5. Okay, R value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. R value is the last digit. Yes, is it okay? Students, R value is 5 here. Okay, now I am going to check is R is divisible? R is divisible by 2? Or 2, 5 is divisible by 2?
No, sir.
No. Then EC is not incremented here. Then what is incremented here? OC is incremented and the DC is also incremented. Now it is going to be print what is EC value? EC value is 0 and OC value is 1 and DC value is also 1. Okay? This is the first time output. Then the second time. And the second time means it is going to be turn it as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what is R value? R value becomes 4 here. Is 4 is divisible? Is 4 is divisible? Is 4 is divisible by 2 or not? Yes.
Yes.
Then EC becomes a plus plus. Then OC is not modified, but DC is modified as a 2. Okay? Then what is the next output here? What is the next line output?
1, 1, 2.
The next line 1, 1 and 2 is the output. Okay. Then it is going to be 123. Then R becomes 3 here. Is 3 is divisible by 2? No. That means this is going to be incremented as a 2 and this is going to be incremented as a 3. Then it is going to be printed. This is 1. It is even count is not changed. Odd count is changed and total digits is changed. Okay. Then it becomes a 12 here. N becomes a 2. Is 2 is exactly divisible? Yes. Then it is going to be incremented as a 2 and digit also incremented as 4 here. Then output is 2, 2 and 4. 2, 2 and 4. Then it is going to be incremented as the N value becomes 1 and R is 1. Is 1 is divisible by 2? No, not at all. That's why odd is incremented and the digit count is also incremented. Then it is going to be print even is same as 2, odd is incremented as 3 and the digit count is incremented as 5. This is the output at this input. For example, I am going to give, look at here, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3.
నాన్నగారు రాగానే నేను బ్రష్ చేసి ఆన్ చేసేస్తాను.
It is going to be incremented like this. Just note it down, everyone, this question also.
సార్ మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయరా సార్?
చెప్పినప్పుడు విను నువ్వు, ఓకేనా? చెప్పినప్పుడు వినాలి. ఎంత పెద్దది మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలంటే చెప్పినప్పుడు వినాలేదు నువ్వు అస్సలు, అందుకని మళ్ళీ అడిగావు. ఎందుకంటే చాలా సింపుల్ లాజిక్ అది, ఓకేనా? వినండి మళ్ళీ. కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేసి ఉండాలి క్లాస్లో, ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్ కదా. But the number is, for example, like this. I'm going to write like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. What is R value? What is R value?
4.
అమ్మాయి చెప్తుంది ఒకసారి, వెయిట్ చేయండి. What is R value? Hello. Hello. What is R value?
4, sir.
డౌట్ అడిగిన అమ్మాయి మనకి ఇవ్వాలి ఆన్సర్, అంతే కదా? 4. మరి రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వు నువ్వు రెస్పాండ్ అయితేనే నువ్వు విన్నట్టు కదా. దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ N వాల్యూ? What is N value? The number, this number is going to be in 2 parts. This is the first part and this is the second part. This is the coefficient. It is going to be, turn it as 123 and 4. Okay. Then we are going to check is the 4 is even number or not. That's why I am writing here 4 mod 2 is equal to 0. That question mark is there. Is the 4 is divisible by 2? Check.
Yes.
Yes. Then even count is incremented as 0 plus 1. Okay. It is going to be incremented. What is the even count initially? Initially it is going to be 0. That's why I am writing here 0 plus 1. EC plus plus means 0 plus 1. Then it is going to be incremented as 1 here. Okay. Now this DC is automatically executed. Why? Because this is not in if and else statement. That's why the digit count is incremented as 0 plus 1. That is going to be 1. Now I am going to print this line. I am going to print this line. What is EC value? What is EC value?
1, sir.
EC value is 1. What is OC value? OC value is not modified, that is going to be 0. What is DC value? DC value is modified to 1 here. At this position, this is the output 101. Why? Because 4 is even number. There is no odd digits, that's why it is 0, and digit count is also incremented as 1. Okay. Then what is the new n value? New n value is 123. New n value is 123. Then R becomes a 3 and n becomes a 12. Okay. Now what is R value? R value is 3. 3 mod 2 is equal to 0. I am going to check that is 3 is exactly divisible by 0 or not. Is exactly divisible? No. Then this is going to be odd count is going to be incremented 0 plus 1. Odd count is incremented and this is also incremented. Okay. Then what is the even count? Even count is 1 only. Even count is not modified. Even count is 1. Odd count is modified as 1 and digit count is modified as 2. Okay, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Then what is the new n value? New n value is 12. Then R value is 2. Then n becomes 1 here. Now I am going to check is 2 is exactly divisible by 2 or not? Yes, exactly divisible. Then I am going to write here as 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 means it is going to be 2 here. It is going to be 2. Then the digit count is also incremented as 1 here. 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to, it is going to be 3. Then I am going to print what is the digit count. Digit count is, even count is 2, odd count is 1 only, and the digit count is 3 here. Okay. Then what is new n value? New n value is 1. Then R value is 1 and n value becomes 0 here. Then I am going to check is 1 is divisible by 2? No, not at all. That's why odd count is incremented as 1 plus 1, that is going to be 2 here, and the digit count is 3 plus 1, that is going to be 4 here. Then it is going to be print what is even count. Even count is 2, that is not modified. Odd count is modified to 2 and the digit count is modified as 4. Now it is going to be check what is new n value. New n value is 0. While of 0 means false, right? Then it is coming outside of the loop. Then what is the output? It is printing 101, 112, 213, 224 is the output. For example, look at here. 101, 112, 213, 224 is the output. It is the same output. Just note it down, everyone. I will forward all these questions again into the group. You have to open this .c files using this Dev CPP, or you have to open with that mobile app. Just download the files. And you have to open that app in the mobile, and you have to open. You have to go to the settings and you have to open the file. Okay, directly if you are double clicking on that one, it will not show the output, show the code. Why? Because the mobile is not capable to run the C programs, right? That's why it is not opening. You have to install that app. I think I'm sending that link to the WhatsApp group, I think. Then you have to install that app and you have to open that app. In that app, there is one option is there, that is open. In that you have to open that .c files. Then the code will be visible to you. In the laptop, you have to install this Dev CPP and you have to open all these files. Okay.